work now. Yeah, bingo. It works. It works now. It works right now. What is this? Okay. Recent events. Okay. We should be live, guys. Welcome to the SixTuber Productions again, and yeah, this is the first time when we're actually doing a movie review, and obviously, our first movie has to be Avengers Endgame. It has to be. And I told you guys I was gonna do this, and here I am. Here I am with a promised Avengers Endgame review. And yeah, I'm here with the one and only MemeFet, aka
Guys.
HTS. Okay, everything's working fine. We had some mic issues with MemeFet, but yeah, I think we're ready to go. We finally sorted it out. It should all be fine. Um, if his microphone cuts out, then just let us know, and I'll just work it out. Okay, okay. Let's not waste any more time, and let's get right into the review. So first, initial impressions about like Endgame. If it's a good movie, if it's a bad movie. Let's start with you and your general opinions about the movie, Mifa. So, what do
Um,
you think about Endgame?
this first viewing, I think I'm critical of movies, so a lot. I think there's a lot of problems. The middle point of the movie.
Mm. So I mean like
The movie,
the second
the
act.
time travel.
Oh yeah, yeah, the
Yeah,
time
the
travel.
second act
Yeah, there's a lot of there's definitely some plot holes. Definitely.
would be kind of confusing, but I think overall,
Yeah.
third act really saves the movie.
Oh yeah, definitely. Third act is the.
Probably one of the best third acts I've ever seen,
Oh
if
yeah,
not the best.
definitely, definitely. It's really good. Yeah, and okay. So let's look at the topic list. Okay, so what did you first? Let's talk about the beginning of the movie. Okay. Oh, first off, let me tell you guys my own thoughts about like the general thoughts about the movie. I think this movie is great. It's the best ending for a series and for a cinematic universe that you could ever do. And it's not even an ending because this is basically a new beginning
But
for the MCU. Is it's phase 3 is over, and now we're going into phase 4. Far From Home, Spider-Man being in spoilers. Um, Spider-Man being the new face of the MCU since Iron Man is gone. Rest in peace, Iron Man. But yeah, I'm very excited for the future, and I think this movie is absolutely fantastic. It's damn near flawless. It's basically a masterpiece, um, and there's not really like anything bad about it in my opinion. And yeah, it's I think it's really great. The acting is phenomenal. Phenomenal. It's I think the
spoiler, Batman dies. Why you spoil the movie like that, man?
yeah. And yeah, I think just um
Batman doesn't die. Ben Affleck dies.
yeah, he did. He gone. Um well, not really, but you guys know what we mean. But anyways, um and yeah, I think just general impressions of the movie, I think this is like the MCU's greatest film in like Marvel history. This is probably the best superhero movie of all time. Like it handles the superhero genre in this movie perfectly, absolutely flawlessly, and it also
The
handles
flawless
time.
part.
It also handles the time travel really damn good. Like it does it so much different from like any other movies because they reference like Back to the Future and all that, all those other movies. What else did they reference? What other time travel movies? Do you remember?
Of them. There are a ton of them, but I can't remember any.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah,
Or it asks, have you seen the new Destroy All Humans trailer?
yeah, I
What the
did,
fuck is
I did.
that?
I don't really know what that is though. Not really big on that.
Hold on. All Humans. What is it about?
I have no idea. It's a game, I think. I've seen it on. Yeah,
Not
yeah,
Godzilla related, is it?
yeah, it's a game on what was it called? It's a game.
Game?
No, it's a remake actually. Oh, I'm just seeing it right now. It's a remake that's it's actually being shown at E3.
Oh, cool. What is the remake for?
I don't know. I guess a really old game called Destroy All Humans.
Oh,
Yeah.
dog. Um,
Okay.
beat Godzilla. That might be the Godzilla game.
What?
Because Destroy All Monsters, it was called Destroy All Monsters. Godzilla
Wait.
fighting game,
Really?
and it's like a masterpiece, and everyone loved it.
Hmm.
Okay, so this probably isn't Godzilla, but it's really close, and I really hope that new fighting game, similar to Destroy All Monsters, or literally is just a remake.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh, hey
And
Brian. Welcome. Welcome to the stream.
okay, I'll watch it.
Yeah. Well, we should probably do the we should probably start the review. To be honest.
Probably.
Okay. So what do we got first? Okay.
I know.
So remember, guys, this review is gonna have major spoilers. We're gonna spoil the entire movie.
Obviously.
And if you haven't seen it yet, somehow, get out of here. We wouldn't want to spoil you guys, so this is your last warning. Get out. But if you've seen the movie, well, feel free to grab some popcorn and enjoy. So let's get right into the review, shall we?
TVE,
So, um,
your stand power.
so let's talk about. Okay, so let's get into the topic list. And the first thing, um, let's talk about the first interaction with with Thanos in the movie. Literally, Thanos literally killed in the first 20 minutes of the movie. So let's talk about that for a little bit. So I'm gonna start first. I gotta say, like I was legit shocked that they killed off Thanos. Like they no, they legit killed off Thanos. They killed him off. Um, in the first few minutes of the movie, he's dead. Like in the present, he's completely dead. Thor kills him. He just chops his head off, and that I'm gonna say that's like one of the best moments in the movie, easily. That's just
I think
freaking
the impact it holds on the character Thor.
yeah. It literally just destroys him. Like literally, it destroys his character, and not like
I love Thor in this movie. I know we're not to this part
he's so relatable.
really
This is the
well.
start of his journey in this movie, and it's great. It's freaking great, man.
No, no, this is the end of his arc from Ragnarok
Yeah,
coming full, you know, and I really like that.
yeah. I mean, this is his the end of his Ragnarok arc, for sure. He finally avenged like his Asgardians, Loki, Heimdall, because like he just killed Thanos. He just literally decapitated him. And let's talk about that scene actually. So
I like the meaning of it though. Like even though Thanos is dead, the impact's gone. There's no bringing anyone back. It's over.
yeah,
They lost.
they totally lost.
And if you killed that, even if he killed him, felt they lost. And I really like that about that scene.
Yeah,
It holds a lot of impact because I immediately knew, oh, I know what that means. I got the deeper meaning behind it.
Yeah.
German Mister. I have no idea that is probably from Twitter.
Yeah, no, no, no. I know him. He's an old buddy of mine. From another Discord server, another YouTube channel, like fan base. I could say it like that. But yeah. Anyways, okay. So let's talk about that whole scene. So just a recap. So they actually find Thanos because he snapped his fingers again. This time to destroy the stones because he said like they won't help him um, at all anymore. It's just temptation from now on, and he wants to get rid of them. He wants to get rid of the stones, so there's no more temptation, and he just does it. The stones are no, the Infinity Stones are gone. In the present, they're gone. They cannot be used, and they can't really like appear anymore in future movies. We're probably not gonna see like Black Panther with the Infinity Gauntlet like ever, just like in the comics and stuff. But yeah, the stones are gone. They find out they they actually like they all basically just storm on. They just ambush him at his own like house. Well, kind of house, if you can call it that. And they just
Farmhouse.
they pinned him down. They literally pinned him down. Thor cuts his arm off. Literally, his chops his arm off, and
He was just getting the Infinity Gauntlet off.
yeah, and the stones are just gone, and they find out like, oh shit, the stones are gone, and then they're all pissed, and then Thanos starts telling him like, oh yeah, I just destroyed the stones to avoid any temptation, and they're all shocked. I love how they played out that scene. It was amazing, like writing, directing, cinematography, everything. From the moment they ambushed him to the moment when Thor literally walked out of the house and like I don't know Darth Vader style, because like the porch theme from Infinity War was reused after Thor chopped his head off when he killed Thanos, and it played as if this was like the biggest defeat ever instead of like a victory, because it was. They lost. They completely lost. And yeah, I love that scene. So I think it's great. What do you think about the whole scene, Mainfit?
It's very it sets up the entire movie. That's like the setup,
Oh yeah.
you know, fallback. It's basically everything about the entire movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I would definitely. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It definitely sets up the entire movie for a more somber, more grounded movie. Well, until the third act, that is. Um, I mean, shit gets real in the third act. Like, goddamn, seriously. But anyways, we're gonna get into that later. But yeah, okay, let's move on to the next topic, and that is the 5 year time jump. So, what was your reaction when it first said like when you're first in like the first time in the theater, seeing that like 5 years later? What was your reaction?
I was shocked.
I was
I didn't think they'd do that.
Yeah, me neither. I was so shocked that they
Good
actually
way to see characters can change.
yeah. It
Uh,
really
Tony
It really
age well
allows
again.
him, yeah, it really allows him to change a lot. Like Thor has changed a lot in 5 years. He's now overweight Thor. He is
Ice cream Thor.
melted ice cream Thor. He's basically like Luke Skywalker in the Last Jedi, but this time handled well. Like Endgame knows how to handle like mentally broken Thor, and Last Jedi has no idea, no fucking clue how to handle um, Luke, like old man Luke. I have no idea. They had like I liked the Last Jedi somewhat, but I absolutely hate how they handled Luke Skywalker in that movie. There's no real arc. I mean, sure, there's like an evolution in his like mentality, but it's not really an arc, as he doesn't. He ends up doing nothing. He's just a ghost or hologram, force force projection. But anyways, let's get back to Endgame real quick. So, yeah. So, do you think this 5 year like time jump? Do you think this was good for the movie to like potentially just show a lot more about the characters and how they've evolved and regressed and everything?
Or at least shows how impactful part was. I think the time jump, seeing how everyone's changed was a great way damaging that was to them. You know,
Yeah, I agree. Fully
so
agree.
mm.
Okay, so what else do we got?
so we can see how the characters grow. So we don't have skinny Tony
Oh yeah,
and Numero Bruce Banner fighting at the end of the battle.
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. It was a risky choice, but it was a good choice, definitely. And I mean, it wouldn't have been really like realistic if it was just like 1 year or 2 years or just like immediately after, like the same year, and they're just like, okay, let's reassemble and let's just go back and find all this stuff. And plus, Ant Man wasn't still around to help him out with that. So, because yeah,
Stuff that make no
Ant Man's the reason
sense.
why the second and third act of
Is
Endgame exists at all.
no, it's the rat actually, the idiot.
Yeah, that's yeah, that's true. That's actually the next topic. So yeah, Rat saved the universe. Sure,
Rat
that was played
Thanos.
that was played out for laughs, but what did you think about that? That's I think that was just kind of
I like how Ratatouille saved the universe.
yeah, yeah, sure is.
It's been 5 years. At some point or another, something's gonna touch that.
Yeah,
You know,
that's true. That's true. That's realistic.
5 years is a lot of time for someone to press that button by accident.
That's true.
How are they gonna get him out? No one would just go in and press that button. And like, I'm just gonna press run a button. It's broken down far. Not to do it.
Yeah. Damn.
Just go into a
Rat.
band and press the big
Splinter.
red button.
Splinter literally saved the universe right there.
Sure. I think his name is Ratatouille.
Ratatouille, Splinter. I mean, you can literally call him
I'll
whatever you
call
want.
him the same character.
He's like,
I'll call him the same character.
what? Oh, man, I got an idea. What if they actually, what if they actually come out and say like, oh yeah, no, that's actually the one above all. This guy's that's a rat, and he just randomly just
Go for the rat's body.
push push the button so he can get Ant Man out, so he can like save everybody. Yeah, that would make some bits of sense, but that's just
He could no. He could have just. He didn't need to turn to a rat. He could have just gone. Everything's back because Thanos is already dead.
yeah, true. But
Infinity Stones. So why would he go through that risk? You know.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of weird though. Just it was kind of random and really convenient for sure.
5 years though, man. And plus, how are they gonna do it? Make some random fucking old guy go red and press the button like, oh, look at this button.
Yeah,
It's so
Stan
shiny.
Lee. Oh, rip. Rest in peace, Stan Lee.
Idiot.
I mean, that could have been the cameo, like just him literally just
No, it makes it. No, it doesn't make any sense.
it does.
The rat makes more sense. No, they had to. They had to. They didn't have any other way. Convenient.
Because
And I
like
was
let's
like,
say
what?
he's a maintenance guy and he's just he just
bro.
pushes some. He just
That's,
touches some stuff, pushes the button randomly, and he has no idea. Oh, what the fuck is going on? And then boom,
dude, they don't
Ant Man's
clean
out.
those cars. They're literally storage. They don't clean the cars.
Yeah,
That
that's
doesn't
true as
make
well.
any sense.
That's true as well. Yeah, but okay.
Nova was originally into this movie. Oh, that would have been awesome if Nova was in the movie. Man, I love Nova. I can't wait for the movie they're making for him.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Nova's just such a cool character.
Oh yeah. Okay, I think we can move on to the next topic, and that's the big surprise of the biggest, definitely the biggest surprise of like the 5 year time jump, and that is Morgan H. Stark. So let's talk about that. What do you think about this choice of the movie? Like Tony has a
Very
daughter now.
nice. I think it sets up potentially becoming the next Iron Man, or obviously becoming a superhero.
Yeah, I think it's I think that actually raises the stakes a lot more for Tony.
Yeah,
Tony, Pepper, just everybody. This
something to lose
it
now.
raises the
You know?
yeah, it also raises the stakes for like the whole time travel thing. Cuz like
He was meant to be the one fighting Thanos, stopping him from getting the Power Stone. I think so. Not Captain Marvel.
yeah.
I love Nova. I think Captain Marvel makes more sense though. Oh, just kind of came out of nowhere. I think Captain Marvel fit it a lot better. I see why they cut him. Plus, I feel like you need to
Yeah, no,
movie.
oh yeah, yeah, no, I think yeah, right. I think yeah, I agree with me. Captain Marvel worked a lot better in that fight than
I thought
Tony.
Captain Marvel was pretty cool there.
Yeah, she was cool.
Full of herself. That, and she's like, okay, I need to kind of get humbled.
And let's talk a little bit. Yeah, let's talk a little bit
Got
about Captain Marvel if we're at it. Okay, so
humbled in Thor 1. Iron Man got humbled. These characters got humbled. She never got that.
yeah, that's true.
In her own movie, she was super on her
Okay,
feet.
let's
There is no challenge for her. There's
yeah,
nothing to
let's
overcome for her.
okay, let's talk a little bit about her. Let's talk. So, what did you think about Captain Marvel in this movie in Endgame? Not counting like her own movie or anything, just her in this movie. What? You cut out.
Like, I cut out
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, now you're good. Now you're good.
hot. Yep. Psst. Puppy's in my room now. Psst.
Oh, it's in your room. Okay. Okay, Mifa's gone for a little while. Then I'm gonna talk a little bit about Captain Marvel. Um, so yeah, she was okay for the most part, I think. Um, definitely though was a tad bit annoying in some parts because she had a. I'm gonna be honest here. She had a big mouth during like the whole movie. She was gone for most like almost the entire movie. I don't know why. I don't know why they actually took her out of the most of the movie. So she was a little bit in the first act, and then she came out all the way in the third act out of nowhere, and I thought that was random as shit. And they could have they could have used her a lot more in this movie, in my opinion, and they could have expanded on her character, on her just characterization, but they never did that. And she was always full of herself. She always had a big mouth. Like everything always seemed so easy to her. And she finally got well somewhat humbled in the end when she literally got punched out of the entire movie by Thanos with the Power Stone. Like, no, legit, she never really came back after that. After, of course, at the end, obviously at the funeral, but like before that, she stayed knocked out. Like legit, she stayed knocked out for the entirety of the third act and like the last what 20 minutes of the movie, and she literally got just yeeted out of the movie with just one stone. But yeah, no, she was okay for the most part. Definitely, they definitely wasted her. They should have done a lot more with her. But I
That
feel like,
that
but I feel like
punch.
I feel like she didn't really have a place in the second act, or like yeah, just most of the second act. She didn't really have a part in that. She didn't really
Punch
what?
was her, and then she's not, and she's likable.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, anyways, so if we're at it, let's talk about the time travel. Let's talk about the second act. So I'm gonna start with this one. Um, this is kind of an unpopular opinion, and Mifet might disagree with me, but I absolutely love the second act. I freaking love it. It's so great. First off, I think it handles time travel really good. Yeah, it can be confusing at times, but I think it's really good overall. I think making like writing a different time travel story and like um, explanation this time around is a really smart choice and really just makes it much more unique than all the other time travel movies because this isn't your normal time travel movie. This is really different, extremely different. Um,
Hold
cause
on, I gotta say something.
yeah, sure.
You saying that, something in my mind. And normal time travel. This is advanced time travel.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and
So,
before.
who do you think will be the new Avengers?
Oh
Says
yeah,
Ryan.
I was gonna answer that. Yeah. Right now, I think just like in
I think Nova is gonna be in it,
maybe
and
Nova,
Spider is gonna be in it.
Spider-Man, Black
I don't
Panther.
know about Spidey. I actually rather Spidey be on his own. You know, that's kind of how Spidey always rolled. His own.
I mean, you
Help
can.
every once in a
I mean, you can have him as like do his own thing, kind of like Iron Man in Iron Man 2, 3, and then you can also have him like be the I guess the boss of the
while.
Avengers.
Spider Man's not that kind of guy. He's on his own, and he just helps with the bigger missions at times. And he'll help him out.
Yeah, maybe. I
I
feel like the boss, like the main guys, are gonna be Captain Marvel, because she's the captain now, and Captain Falcon. Well, spoilers, but anyways, Falcon turned into Captain America,
a
the
lot
new
of
Captain.
captains.
Yeah, and oh yeah, there's gonna be a fight. There's gonna be a fight. Oh, I mean, obviously Captain Marvel's gonna thrash him, but anyways, and Black Panther. I think Falcon, Captain Marvel, and Black Panther, and maybe like yeah, no, these guys are the like the the main new Avengers. I feel like Spider Man is gonna be. No, I actually feel like um, Captain Marvel, Spider Man, and Black Panther or Doctor Strange, either of those, are like the new trio of the MCU. That's what I think.
Is still from
But yeah, so yeah, getting back to the second act. So yeah, I think it's I think it handles time travel really great, in a really good way. I think it's just freaking great. The way they do it is pretty funny actually in the beginning because like Hawk, which is now Professor Hawk, which is basically
Hulk is dead.
wait what?
Hulk's dead.
Yeah, Hulk's kind of dead, basically.
Brutally murdered him.
Yeah, I mean, I
Pumped
guess
him.
I guess you could kind of say that, but But yeah, no, Hulk as we knew him is gone. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about because like this is the next topic. Let's talk a little bit about Professor Hulk and Fat Thor. And
Eh,
first off, I don't know. I feel like so these two um have been a
Hulk was
really
kind of. That was okay. Just okay.
Professor Hulk was okay. He was
Yeah.
passable. He was good, but Fat Thor was amazing. Amazing. His
Loved him.
his arc in the movie is fantastic. Flawlessly done. That's how Luke should have been in the Last Jedi. Absolutely. They handle him. They handled him like they handled Fat Thor as this fat slob, this hermit that comes back to the fight and redeems himself. This was great. This was one of the best parts about the movie. It's a really controversial thing. Like both of these, like these two, Professor Hulk and Fat
Trying to be
Thor.
fat. Without it being like fat shaming.
Yeah, true. That's true as well. Of course, you're gonna have some guys fat
Course, a
shaming.
god doesn't mean you can get ripped in one little go. It's
Yeah,
not how it works.
yeah, that's true.
It's long, but it still take like a month or two.
Yeah, I mean, look at Odin. He's not ripped.
All that, everything that happened, him getting recruited to fighting Thanos was in one day.
Yeah, yeah. That was like the
That
best.
five doggo.
Yeah, no, that was the best arc in the movie, in my opinion. That was easily. Him, his and Iron Man's, Tony Stark's, definitely
Yeah,
the
Tony's. So was Cap. Cap was also really good.
yeah. My favorite arc was Tony's though. Yeah, that was great. Like he was just about to drop everything, and then he got back into the fight, and then he he actually found a way to make this time travel thing work, and he's the one actually doing it because Professor Hulk fucked it up. He that was funny. That was one of the genuinely the funniest scenes in the whole movie. He tried sending Scott Lang into the past and stuff, and yet he turned him into a baby, an old man, and then into a
My
kid.
favorite line is, "He's a baby. He'll grow."
Yeah, yeah, that's the best line. God damn it, I laughed my ass off.
Chris Evans' delivery on that line was so amazing.
Yeah, it's like it's a
Or
baby.
Bruce's.
It's a baby. Like you can see the fucking just. You can see he's had enough. He's done. He's about to drop everything. He's about to rage quit. That's the funniest thing about that scene. Is like Steve's just he's just done. He's just completely done. But yeah.
Just done with life at that point. Everything.
Yeah. And okay. What else do we got? Oh yeah. We got Hawkeye
Travel to
slash.
the other movies.
No. We got Hawkeye slash Ronin.
I don't think there's much to talk about here. If I'm being completely honest
I
with you.
think he got. I think Ronin got wasted. I mean, you can really.
He got really wasted.
I don't know
He
how
got a
they.
lot more present in the movie.
Yeah, what could have they?
Their impact in the movie. He didn't really do much.
Yeah, no, he didn't really do much at all. He was just there to like kill some random people in what was it? Where was he?
Or Japan. Forgot.
What was it? Japan? Uh, Tokyo or was it? I think.
If it was Tokyo, he'd probably be dead because Godzilla. Am I right?
Yeah. 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 I don't know. Yeah. No. Ronan got wasted. I mean, you couldn't really do much with him in this movie. In this kind of movie, Ronan would work a lot better in a Black Widow or Hawkeye solo movie. That's how it will.
They should have made a. They should make a Black Widow.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't think a Black Widow so
yeah.
works. Hawkeye, Black Widow duo. They work really well
Oh,
together.
oh yeah, definitely. That works a lot better. Yeah,
Interesting dynamic. They have very interesting and I think we really don't see enough of that in the movies.
yeah.
See that a movie dedicated to them.
Oh yeah, definitely. That would be great.
There's still hope to get a Hawkeye movie at least.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Hawkeye, Black Widow movie. Then again, I think I had the same opinion on Hawkeye as a new Black Widow. I don't think he's interesting enough to hold his own in an entire movie.
Definitely not. They work a lot better.
There.
Like this would be like a Black Widow and Hawkeye movie would be kind of like this the solo of the MCU
Sounds
because
a lot of people.
because like this Budapest thing is kind of like the what was it the Kessel Run in Solo and in Star Wars in general. It's like it always gets mentioned, but you never really know what it is. But yeah. So yeah, now let's talk about the juicy things. Okay, so second act. Let's talk about the time travel to the other movies, which I just personally freaking loved. Okay, so first, you can start with your thoughts on this.
I thought it was very interesting.
What was your reaction when
Unique.
you saw
I
like
like
what was your reaction at the um 2012 scene when they literally
pretty big PP points right there. To be honest with you,
yeah
pretty
I,
that's pretty epic.
I
It's
freaked
pretty
out.
awesome.
I freaked out because Avengers 1 until
That was
now
the
has been
first. That was the first MCU movie I saw, and the first one I saw in theaters.
yeah, same. Exactly same.
I like every movie in theaters after that. I think my favorite experience is still of or Infinity War.
Oh yeah. My best
That one was awesome.
experience my best experiences right now have been like Avengers 1, Endgame and Infinity War. Definitely.
And my theaters don't book and cheer and whistle, especially whistle.
Yeah, same. Same. It's really quiet. It's
It's a very calm theater I have, and I'm
same,
very happy
same.
about that.
Yeah, me too.
Theaters, I just don't like loud theaters. Of
Yeah.
other people, and people actually laugh at jokes
I mean, no,
and
laughing
super
at
loud and whistle.
I mean, sure, laughing at jokes is okay, but as long as you're not like
Just
super
go.
loud. Yeah.
Captain America's shield pisses me off. That's annoying.
Wait, what?
For that people whistling and crap. That's so annoying.
Oh yeah, yeah, no. With people whistling is always annoying in theaters, but yeah, okay. Let's talk about the movies, the other movies, and this is basically a roller coaster, to like to through like the entire MCU, and it's handled so great. It's just it does it so good. I have no words to describe it. Like the moment I saw 2012 and like the Avengers 1 360 scene, I immediately freaked out because that was the first like no Avengers 1 was the first MCU no actually no it was no it was one of my first movies, but it was the very first I saw in theaters, and it was completely just mind blowing for me at the
It,
time.
they
It was
had
yeah.
uh they had let me think.
What they had what?
Like four complete CGI characters. Iron Man when he's in his suit, Professor Hulk, Thanos, Ant Man, both of them together.
Thick nose.
Hmm. Who else?
Um, normal Hulk, right?
Who else?
They also had normal Hulk.
Normal Hulk. So many CGI characters, and every single one looked so. Actually,
Yeah, it was really great. It was so
Thanos.
realistic. It looked so good.
Amazing.
And goddamn, like the
Word.
like Avengers One completely just changed me, and I'm right now I'm a nerd, and you know me as a nerd
Changed
because
most like
of Avengers One, just because that movie. You guys owe it all to Avengers One. That's why I'm here right now. That's that's why I am like this right now. Like if you're gonna
that's
ask
why
me
I'm
on Twitter,
alive.
yeah, if you're gonna ever ask me on Twitter, like, why are you the way you are? It's because I watched Avengers One like that, fam. That's why. But yeah, no, I legit freaked out when I saw the Avengers One. Like the whole Avengers One section, that was one of my favorite, genuinely one of my favorite moments in the entire movie. Absolutely great, really nostalgic. All the characters were handled so well in Avengers One, and and in the other ones as well, like Thor: The Dark World. That was genuinely funny
Crap.
as well. Yeah, crap movie, but that scene they made Thor: The Dark World really cool, and just in that scene with Frigga and Thor. That was
You really wish cast the future Thor. Awesome.
yeah. Oh hey Bogdan, welcome.
Just to see him fight with Stormbreaker.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That'd be real cool.
Yeah, that would have been really sick. That would have been really
Guess
interesting
who's
to see.
back? Who is this
Yeah, no,
Sandu?
yeah, it's uh Morty Sense. Do you remember him?
Nope. Oh, no, I remember.
Yeah, yeah, it's him.
Okay, what's up, bro?
Okay, where were we at? Oh yeah, the other movies, time travel.
Tony speaks to his dad.
Oh no no
Talked
no,
about enough about the
we're not
subject.
at that yet. We're not at that yet. So wait. So okay, let me know what
I
you
am.
actually think about the time travel to other movies thing, because you didn't say it.
Favorite was probably one.
What? Wait, you cut out again.
Star Lord. Can you hear me now?
Yeah yeah, now it's good.
Hello.
Okay, it's good now.
And my favorite part of that scene, or the half, was probably the Guardians of the Galaxy one part.
Oh yeah, that was
I thought
so
that was
funny. That
hilarious.
was hilarious.
Love Star Lord, man.
Yeah, no, that was
He's like one of my favorite characters in the MCU.
yeah, no, no, that was really great.
Epic.
Um, and I just, dude, it's just the whole like second act for me. It was so nostalgic, so great because I love basically almost the entire MCU. Um, I I obviously loved the Avengers One section because I love Avengers One. It's my like it's right now
Good.
my my
Good
favorite
scene.
movies of all time are Endgame and Avengers One. They're like my two favorite movies of all time.
Part.
They're tied for me.
I think the most hype part scene was Loki going away, teleporting.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. I almost forgot about that. So yeah,
I also the stairs scene was funny.
yeah, the stir scene. Oh yeah, yeah, the stir scene with Hulk. That was like that was classic Hulk. That was old Hulk. That was really good. What else? Oh yeah, Captain America versus Captain America from Avengers One. That was great. That was the that was one of the best fight scenes in the movie. That was so good. What do you think about that?
Amazing scene, but I think it was good.
I mean, it was pure fan service. For sure, it was fan service.
Yeah, I know, but like it was okay. You know, could have been better.
Yeah, freaking loved it. really nostalgic. Like as I said, I'm really biased for like Avengers One because I love Avengers One. It's such a great starting point, like for the MCU, for all these Avengers movies. It's so great. It's amazing. But yeah, okay. And of course Loki. Loki got away. Which this is gonna be the start of the Loki TV show. Um, with probably with Wanda and Vision, Bucky and Falcon. That's probably all these. Pardon me. All these movies are probably gonna be not movies. TV shows are gonna be connected in this new alternate universe because they said like um, if you go to the past and change stuff, that's not going to change your present or the future or your future. That's just going to branch out into an alternate universe, and that's how this
Yeah.
time travel thing works. And I think this is done pretty good. It avoids like all these plot holes and just the most confusing things. But then you also got like Captain America just gone back to the past, staying in the past, and then boom, he's changed in the future. So that was changed in the present. So there's some stuff that was changed in the present, but some stuff that wasn't changed, and that's one of the plot holes, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about that at the end. Um, but yeah, no, Loki getting away. That was shocking, definitely. It was a good plot twist. Um, definitely a good way to start off the TV shows on a Disney. What was it? The Disney Netflix thingy. What was it called?
No, Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. There you go. There we go. Yeah, I think that was that was a good thing. That was a cool thing. Definitely. If like Tom Hiddleston and all the other MCU actors come back for those TV shows as well, I'm really hyped. Definitely, that's gonna
Yep.
be really cool. Also, now let's go to the next part, and that is um, Tony and Steve going back to what was it? 1970. Pretty sure that was it. Yeah, yeah, 1970.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Um,
sure.
so yeah, they met like young, like all the young um, OG guys. They met Peggy Carter, of course, Howard Stark, Hank Pym, and you could actually see Hank Pym's classic Ant Man helmet like from the comics. Legit, that was a cool Easter egg. That's really cool. I kind of I wanted to I wanted to scream. I wanted to cheer when I saw that. That was awesome. I love Ant Man. But yeah, but easily the best part. So yeah, they go back to 1970 because they fail because like they have to get the stones back from the past, and there's like three stones in New York, and there's like the Tesseract in Avengers One. There's the Mind Stone in the Scepter, and there's also the Time Stone, which is that scene was great by itself. Like, by the way, just um what was it? Hulk, Professor Hulk, interacting with like the Ancient One and seeing the Ancient One again on like in the movies in the MCU was great.
I'll be honest, I didn't care at all. I don't care for that character at all.
Yeah, I think that scene was pretty good. Um,
See, I just didn't care for the character. So
yeah, I mean the character was kind of irrelevant because like she's gonna die anyways. Like either way, she was gonna die. But yeah, no, that scene was great. They also referenced Doctor Strange because she literally like um she knocked
she knew.
yeah she no she knocked Bruce's like Banner's spirit out of his Hulk body, and that was great. He actually turned into
Actually,
Banner, and that was
that's
amazing
how we
also.
know Hulk is dead because Hulk didn't come out.
Yeah,
Only Bruce.
only Bruce. Yeah,
Two more Marvel Knights movie.
yeah, yeah. No, that was a cool reference, cool nod. Definitely fan service as well. You had to do that. Um, but yeah, and they also had like different teams, like Three Stones in New York, and then the Power Stone on Morag with Rhodey and Nebula, and they met Star Lord there, Guardians One. And that scene was great. Just as Meanfet said earlier, definitely one of the funniest scenes, if not the funniest scene in the entire movie. That was just so great. The way they
Funny.
recreated the intro from Guardians One, that was fantastic. Just the continuity in this movie was amazing. It's just how they kept everything legit, like exactly the same as it was in like the previous movies. It was insane. It was amazing. But yeah, and then you got the Power Stone, not the Power, the Soul Stone on Vormir with of course Hawkeye and Black Widow. But we're not there yet. First we got to talk about um wait. No, actually, no, no. We're done with that. We're done with 1970. Oh, actually, wait. Should we talk a little bit more about 1970? Because we didn't talk about why they were there.
Eh, this scene's kind of boring. I mean, it's nice, but it's pretty boring.
Sure, like yeah, Tony, yeah,
It's for the characters,
Howard
though.
Potts, Howard Potts. um, Tony meets his dad from the past. That was nice. That was
I like that. I like that horror pots. It made you like, uh, her, Pepper.
yeah. Yeah,
I
that was a
really
really
like that. Like,
it was a cool nod. But yeah, that was good. That was really good. Like, there's so many good moments in this movie. Like, this movie is full of great moments. Just it's a love letter to like all Marvel fans out there. Just and even like casual moviegoers are gonna love this movie definitely. Um, and yeah, okay. So now let's talk about um, the let's talk first. Let's talk about mm, the scene with Black Widow and Hawkeye. With
Black Widow splat.
yeah, and then let's talk about the first snap, the Professor Hulk snap. Okay, so first Black Widow and Hawkeye. Let's talk a little bit about that scene. So what are your thoughts on that scene?
Pretty good. You know, I think it was pretty. It was really intense. No,
I think it was. I think it was absolutely great how just they kept like they kept it like really. I don't know what's a word. Um, like it's not really. It's oh yeah. They kept it really unpredictable. Like you had no idea who's gonna die, who's gonna sacrifice
I,
himself for the.
I was hoping Black Widow would die, not because I'm sexist, but because it's a family. Black Widow is doing this for her family, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
And
that was a really
save. I
really
really like that.
sad scene.
Widow do that. Nice that she did that.
Yeah,
I think she was the one who had to go.
yeah, definitely.
I don't even
It was
think
kind of
that's significant in the entire MCU. He
yeah, it
needs
was kind of
more.
over for her. Yeah, but um, yeah, that was a really gut wrenching scene. It was a really really shocking, really um
Intense.
unpredictable. Like 1 second you thought Hawkeye was gonna die, then Black Widow's gonna die, and just Natasha just and they actually just at the beginning they fight each other. They fight each other on like who's gonna jump, and they just keep like stopping each other, and then they like, oh man, and then she just lets go. Dude, that last part on Vormir, holy crap! And when she actually just fell down, splat on the ground. Yeah, I know. I started crying. I cried a lot at that scene. That was legit, just gut
I
wrenching for me.
cried too. I didn't really cry. I only cried once, but I teared up a lot,
Yeah, no,
watering.
I cried at that scene. That was really emotional for me. But yeah, no, that was a great scene how they executed it. I mean, like when Thanos took Gamora to Vormir, like we kind of knew it was over. Like we knew she was gone, like legit. But this was really shocking, unpredictable. You had no idea who's gonna sacrifice himself. Um, but in the end, it was Black Widow, and it was really sad. It would have been just as sad, if not worse, if Hawkeye was gonna gonna do it. Cause like dude, that scene was like that part where it's like tell my family I love them. That legit broke me. That was
For Black Widow, it
and then she's like,
for all the
and then
movies.
she was like, no, tell them to yourself. And that was even worse. That made her death even worse.
I think it's a lot better that Black Widow did it. It completes her character.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely does. Cause like she's been struggling for the whole movie to just make things right, just fix everything, and she did because she was the last one to like get the stone, and she is the reason why the third act exists. So yeah, she definitely completed her arc. And yeah, and now everybody's back to the present, of course, with all the stones, and let's talk about the next scene. And yeah, of course, and as a short recap, of course, Nebula gets captured as well by past Thanos, and she like and then past Nebula goes to the present with the Avengers, and it's a cool scene. I almost actually forgot that she was like past Nebula in that scene because I totally forgot because I was more focused on Professor Hulk just snapping his fingers and just everybody just making sure he's okay. Completely forgot about that. But yeah, so yeah, what do you think about Professor Hulk being the one to snap his fingers and bring everybody back?
Since and others would have died, like Tony died after.
Yeah,
That is a lot. It takes a lot less because he's just trying to kill his army, half the universe, you know.
yeah,
So like Thor and Tony died from a much smaller, didn't really take much to do.
yeah,
So I did not believe one else could do it.
yeah. But not gonna lie, like when Hulk was the one to do it, I was kind of shocked. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. Um, what else? What else should we talk about? Because I feel like this scene and this part has some more stuff that's really cool, and we should talk about it. You here? Do you hear? You're cutting out again.
Hold on,
Okay, now I can hear you.
I can fix this. Is it good?
Yeah, yeah, now it's good. So yeah, what do you think we should talk about? Anything else? in this scene?
I think we're good. I think we can move past it.
Okay. And of course, like, yeah, and now we're on to the third act, and Thanos from the past gets to the present with the pin particles that they used to basically go into this time travel thingy, into the time machine and all that. And yeah, cause past Nebula stole the pin particle from present Nebula. And also past and present Nebula was a really cool dynamic. They were opposites, and you could definitely see that, and they handled that really good as well. Um, it was great, and it was really well executed. And yeah, and they go to the present, thanks to past Nebula, and that's what kicks things off for the third act, and we're about to get the best third act in like movie history. It's so good. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about the third act for a little bit. The beginning, like the end fight with the the trio. So let me know your thoughts on that, Mayfet.
Um, I really like how they all teamed up. Power, power up Tony. It really shows how all of them have grown together
Oh yeah,
as a team.
and again, a lot of fan service. Definitely, like this was. There's a lot of there's a lot of stuff in the third act that's like fan service because it's full. It's like tons of references, fan service moments, and also like the next thing we're gonna talk about is actually like the biggest fan service in the movie, and that is Captain America lifting Mjolnir, worthy Cap. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about that. So I'm gonna I'm gonna let me start off with this.
Okay, so this is Captain Mjolnir, right?
Yeah,
I was, I wasn't. To be honest, I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting Thor to grab it.
yeah, me too. I was so shocked when that happened. I was legit just
Wrong.
mind blown. Such a
That was awesome. That was
such a
super hype.
yeah, such a great scene. I cheered at that. I actually cheered. That was like legit great, and he actually got a few really good hits on Thanos. He actually sent him flying. He sent Thanos flying. That was amazing. He literally sure you can Thanos with Mjolnir. That was great. That was like definitely one of them. I do keep saying like this and that. That's the one of the best scenes in the movie. Like this genuinely is like top three best scenes. Definitely, it's so good. Yeah. What else do we got? Oh yeah. Of course. The okay. So the not second. Jesus. The next topic is comeback of the Dusted, and man, this had me really emotional. This absolutely, definitely, legit broke me emotionally, and in a good way. I I cheered and teared up when this happened. I gotta say, like when when Cap literally got like stabbed in the leg by Thanos, and then he also broke his shield in half with his sword. Like I thought he was gonna die right there. I thought Cap was gonna die, just like in the comics. Just the um, the the um, the stand the last stand with like Captain America and Thanos. Um, I thought he was just gonna die right there, but no. The other heroes come back, and first you hear like Cap, you hear me, and nobody knows who it is. Like it doesn't. really let you know who it is, but then it says like Captain Sam. You hear me? And then and then you everybody realizes that it's Falcon. Everybody's back. At that scene, at that part, I freaked out. I was the first one. I was actually the first one in the theater to like. I'm probably the only one to gasp at that scene. I just freaked out so much. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about the comeback of the Dusted. So, uh, you start.
Was really surprising. The entire scene. I loved I love seeing all the characters come back.
There's also the pause
Enjoyed
because
seeing
like
Falcon.
they didn't bring him back like right away. I love how they waited. I also kind of like I actually almost like
I
forgot.
think my favorite part, Falcon and Peter coming back, because you can see
Oh yeah,
Falcon's, I mean Cap's reaction to that to them.
yeah. No, like when Spider-Man came back, I legit started tearing up. I was so happy. That was like that was like my favorite. Yeah, the portal scene. That's my favorite scene in the whole movie. The assemble um thing. That's the best scene in the movie, in my opinion. It's so great. Um, Also, Cap finally says it. He finally says the words. Finally,
Sam back.
yeah. So he finally says, like, after what, 11 years, he finally says, "Avengers, assemble." That was so great. That was no, that's the best scene in the whole movie. That was the best. That was that was so great.
Fine.
Fantastic. Just fucking marvelous. Um, but it was kind of weird. Yeah, this is nitpicking right now, but it was kind of weird how he says like, how he shouts Avengers and then and he whispers like like really low, like assemble. Like it's kind of weird, but
He says it at normal, like he says it normally.
yeah, he kind of says like
His normal volume, which isn't like that quiet. I'm sure everyone around him could hear him.
yeah, probably, because
It's
then like
not.
Thor, Black Panther, and the others shouted, so everybody knew like yeah, it's time to go.
And that fight scene is so amazing.
It is. It's full of fan service. Like it's like from Cap wielding Mjolnir to like what else on your left. We almost forgot to mention that. Like that callback was the best in the whole movie. There was also like other callbacks during the second act. Um, Probably my favorite one was I can do this all day. Like Cap always says that. It's great every time he says it. Um, and the fact that he said it to himself was
I can
really
do
cool.
this all. Yeah, I know. I love that.
Just like it's so great,
Himself at
so
that
great,
point.
awesome. There's also like Spidey using instant kill. That was a cool nod to Homecoming. So that was really cool. Also Queens heads up. That was a cool one as well. Call back to Civil War. It was really great. What else? What else do we got? What other references and callbacks and stuff?
Let me think. References. Tony gave Peter.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we can't
oh yeah,
go there.
oh yeah. Tony, Tony, seeing Peter again. That was really, oh man, that was wholesome. That was wholesome. That was
5 minutes later.
yeah. That was just so so wholesome. It was great. Um, course, and then you got like, oh yeah, and by the way, Gamora's back in a present, I guess, um, through like past Gamora. It's kind of weird, but kind of cool same time because like she's back. But yeah, there's also like the female superheroes coming together. Let's talk a little bit about that. What did you think about that scene?
The scene in Infinity War was way better because it wasn't forced. It was awesome.
Yeah, this kind of felt forced. Like
It didn't make sense. Why did all the females come and no male came? They were like, no, guys, if this is a movie, let's let them have all this. That doesn't make any sense. The only people there that could do anything, Black Widow. I mean, not Black Widow. She's dead. Um, Marvel and what's her name? Valkyrie. The only ones there could do anything. Gonna do? Take her spear and stab one? She's gonna die.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I don't think so, Buster. Infinity War is a lot better, and I think Wonder Woman of how empowering females should be done.
yeah,
Throughout, it didn't feel forced at any point. She's just a female. She's probably a lot cooler than most of the males. Do that,
yeah. No, it
and
was
don't force it. Like, oh,
it felt it
God
felt
damn
forced. It felt forced
it
because
felt
like
forced. It didn't make sense.
it
It's
felt
pretty cringy.
it was kind of cringy. It felt right on. It was right on the nose because like it was just females and it was all of them. It was all of them. And it was
How is one not dead?
why didn't Spider Man? Oh no, I mean, well, he was kind of like
And Spider Man
injured.
was like, bruh.
No, he was injured. Why did Black Panther not like intervene?
Got some.
Why did Tony not intervene? Why did Cap not in? Oh God. Yeah, no.
No, have you seen that image? It's Captain Marvel. Hey Peter Burke, got something for me?
Yeah.
Just
What up? What up? Here?
um, yeah, it was just forced.
Yeah, no. It was
Didn't
forced.
love it. But Captain Marvel towering through all the minions was really cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Just flew through.
That was the best thing about it.
But obviously Scarlet Witch.
It also reminds me of the other thing, which
Killing
is
Thanos.
the ex
So, I
woman
think
from like Dark Phoenix. Do you know the ex women line from Dark Phoenix?
it's so forced.
It's
Can we
cringy as
please not get into
shit.
that
No,
subject?
that's not even for that's cringe. That's like that's like fucking that's like no. That's like fucking 12-year-old kid
Men
fan
are
fiction
always
cringe
saving.
on DeviantArt.
The women are always saving the men. Since when?
What?
That doesn't ever happen. Ever.
Oh man.
Wolverine saved y'all like 10 different times.
No, it was just once Jean in Apocalypse. That's it.
Time.
Future Days of Future Past. It's males and women together. It's not like if like oh we're saving you guys. Oh no, we're saving you guys. No, it's all equals. Like what the fuck?
We could say Kitty Pryde. Kitty Pryde helped it, but it was overall it was
Yeah.
Logan who saved it.
Yeah, no, it's just it was cringe.
Stupid. It was very stupid.
Yeah, no, that
It's like, bruh, since when?
yeah, no, that line was very fucking cringe. But no,
Happens. Yeah.
yeah, but anyways,
So since when?
let's get back to let's get back to
I wanted to say something, but I forgot because you stupid
oh
crap
sorry
idiot.
sorry what were you gonna say?
Oh, Scarlet Witch, Marvel character in the MCU
Oh yeah,
at this moment.
oh yeah, she's
Her almost killing Thanos was so cool.
she's basically God. That was the best fucking
She's
fight
God.
scene.
She's not God.
I mean, she can literally just say, she can literally just whisper, "No more Thanos," and he's gone. She just doesn't know how to do
Worst
that yet.
MCU idiot in the movies.
What?
The movies. If she could, she would have.
Maybe I don't know. Yeah, But yeah, there was a lot of
Good. She
great
would
stuff
have
in.
done that.
Yeah, but anyways, there's a lot of great stuff in that. Like,
It was a good scene. That was a better empowering woman scene.
yeah, yeah,
That was just
bingo, bingo, you got it. That was a
her
better.
being cool,
That's like just genuinely being cool, and not just being forced and cringy.
saying how women are stronger than men is an empowering woman. That's not how it works. Women are always saving the men. Bro, that's not how empowering woman works. My book and punch you in the nose, idiot.
Fuck's sake. But yeah, anyways,
It's
let's talk about the other scenes. Like, for example, oh yeah, um, just Hawkeye and Black Panther and Spider Man literally, um, running away with the gauntlet. That was cool. That was genuinely great.
I love the goose chase between all of them, trying to get the gauntlet.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Dude, when the Black Panther,
Wait,
oh,
what?
dude, I love the call at the Civil War
Yeah, to Clint. I don't
when he
care.
said, "Clint, I do care."
Oh yeah, that was a meme. That was a meme on Twitter. On Twitter, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it so much.
that's great. Like, oh, he do cares. Oh, tears. That was great. That was a great callback. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
bro,
great callbacks in this movie.
him running through all the minions with it and saying that was really fucking cool
That
too.
was fucking great. That's like fucking
There should be some athletic savage, bro.
that's like fucking just movies combined with comics right there. Imagine if he actually wore the gauntlet on that. I wanted him to wear the gauntlet in that scene so bad. Cause
Works better, obviously.
what?
If he did, but I think Tony works a lot better.
Yeah.
It's,
But it would have made sense. Yeah, like it would have been a really cool nod to the comics if he was to wear the gauntlet um in that scene. It would have been cool. But
Tony
yeah.
works
And
better.
also the scene with like Cap and Thor and like them switching Mjolnir and Stormbreaker and like, oh no, give me that. You have the little one. And like that scene was great as well. Like holy shit, that was a lot of
The little.
just the little details, man.
No, no, no. Give me that. You have the little one.
That was funny as well. That was really funny. What else do we got? Oh yeah. So after the fight, of course we got the finale with Iron Man and Thanos because like and like before that he talked to Doctor Strange, so you set out 14 million, we win it, yeah. So tell me this is it, and he's like, and then Doctor Strange is like, if I tell you what happens, it won't happen. And dude,
It
that
won't
I
happen.
got chills. I got chills at that.
I knew what it was too. I knew it was like, oh, he's about to die.
Yeah, and
Actually, when
I
Tony
actually got
got the
spoiled on that.
gauntlet,
I knew he was gonna die somehow. I had no idea how though.
die. I just knew he was gonna get the gauntlet because they made toys of it.
Yeah,
Bruh. Oh
yeah.
my god, dude! I loved how they played the same theme. Went into the wormhole. Was That gave me some chills.
Oh, you mean the one from Avengers 1, or
Same.
like the
And went to
part
the
with
wormhole.
like when Thanos snaps and nothing happens.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, no, that's a really cool part. It's actually like they completely just reused the theme where Iron Man goes into the portal um,
yeah.
in 2012 Avengers.
No, I like how they only just reused it. I think that makes the scene a lot more powerful.
Definitely, that was great. That was a
How similar the music is.
amazing.
How similar game from the soundtrack and the Avengers 1 soundtrack sound.
Yeah,
So it fit really well. Ordinary. It didn't
definitely.
feel like Godzilla music just started playing.
Yeah, but
Just
it
yeah.
really just
Marvel has very specific music.
yeah, yeah, they do. Yeah. But yeah, no, that scene. That's also. I think like the
I gotta
assembles,
go for a little bit, so
the assemble scene, the Iron Man, the I am Iron Man scene, rip, scene is also really great. Second best in my opinion, and third best in my opinion is the worthy cap. These three are my favorites in the whole movie. And they're both in the they're all three in the third act. So yeah, it just shows how great the third act is. It's amazing. Yeah, no, it's freaking awesome. But yeah, and of course you got the last scene. Um, Thanos they're all trying to like Thanos finally has the gauntlet. He finally stole it from Captain Marvel and all these guys, and they're all trying to get it back and just trying to stop him from snapping. He was gonna snap but Captain Marvel uh, literally caught his arm and stopped him right a split second, and that was legit just awesome. I got chills from that. It was great. Um, but then she got knocked out with the Power Stone. But then Iron Man comes in and he somehow steals all the stones from Thanos' gauntlet and he puts them on his gauntlet, on Tony's gauntlet, because Thanos he tries to snap. He's like, I am inevitable. Nothing happens, and then he looks at it and there's no more stones. And then boom, you go to Iron Man, and you got I am Iron Man, and that is the best send off to your um, icon of the MCU, like ever. That's the you couldn't have done that scene better. That's in my opinion that's the best send off ever to your greatest character of the MCU. Of course, his death
back.
scene. Okay. Um, so yeah, I was just talking about the Iron Man, the I am Iron Man scene. So yeah, I was saying like it's literally the best send off to um, to their icon, their face of the MCU. It's masterfully done. Um, it's really awesome and really sad as well. And before he snapped, before he took the stones, like Doctor Strange just showed him the one, like, Tony, this is it. This is the one chance. You got to do it right, dude. That was insane, and I was shaking at that part because I kind of knew what would happen, but I still was like, um, I still didn't like fully expect what was gonna happen, and then when he finally snaps, that's just amazing. But yeah, then it goes to the saddest scene in the entire MCU. So I want to talk about it. In fact, oh yeah, definitely right. Yeah, I think maybe she tried to break his finger. Maybe, but I don't know. But yeah, wait, I think wait. Okay. Okay, Meanfet's gonna be AFK for a while, guys. Okay, so yeah, let's talk a little bit about the death scene. So I thought that was done amazingly. Definitely a flawless scene. Really sad. It easily gets you in the feels, makes you cry instantly because honestly, it's Iron Man. It's Tony Stark. Everybody loves him, and now he's gone, and just everybody's crying. Cap was crying. Thor was crying. Peter started crying. He went to him and he's like, "Mr. Stark, we won. We did, sir. You did. We won." And he was not moving at all. He wasn't flinching. Like he was completely out of it because like he snapped and he got like 8-degree burns. Um, and he was completely messed up. He was about to die. He was messed up. Um, and he couldn't even like talk or do anything or say anything. But yeah, it's just that scene broke me. I cried a lot at that part. Definitely cried at that part because it's just it really gets you in the feels, man. It really does. Just it's definitely a scene that will be remembered for years to come, for sure. And just for sure, this is gonna be um, remembered in in the hearts of Marvel fans for a lot of years to come. But yeah, um, Tony Stark is gone. Um, that was that was really sad. I didn't. Right now, thinking about it, I don't even know what to say anymore. Like his final moments with Peter, Rhodey, Pepper. Like, that was sad. That was legit sad. Just seeing them, seeing them just talk to Tony one last time, one at a time. It's just heartbreaking, man. It's heartbreaking because the last one, because the first one was Rhodey. Um, he came to Tony. Then Peter came to Tony. And he didn't even like talk to him. He didn't even say anything. But then Pepper came to Tony, and he talked a little bit to her, and and then he just died. Like that was sad. That was legit. Just that broke me, man. That was sad. I don't even know what to say. Like it's pretty self-explanatory. Um, definitely, it was definitely heartbreaking to see my second favorite character in the Marvel universe just go out like that. It was sad.
SixTuber, I'm sorry, but you have contracted the big gay
What?
of the gay.
No.
No, you.
Okay, so what are we at right now? We talked about. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about. Okay, so we're at the funeral scene. Um, so want to talk about that?
Sure. The funeral scene went like zooming out.
I love how.
Really shows how big. No,
Yeah, it shows how many people Tony is impacted, and all
King
of them really.
Harley was really really cool.
That was no, that broke my heart.
I thought that was awesome. I hope Harley.
Isn't he like Iron Lad in the comics or something like that? I'm not too sure. No. yeah, no. Funeral scene was really sad, but it was great seeing everybody again for the last time. It made it even more sad, and of course Tony's last speech, and of course I love you 3000. That was great. Yeah, no, that was yeah, that was great. Sorry, I was AFK for a while. Yeah, great scene, great execution. Really sad. Definitely just made his death much more impactful and much sadder. But yeah, so yeah, this was it for all for all the stuff. Of course, there's the end credits, which is really nice with the OG six with the signatures. That was just that was quite of a heartfelt moment. Pretty wholesome as well. Just really heartwarming. Just seeing them in the end credits and seeing them once again recapping their best scenes of the MCU with their signatures um, on the screen in the end credits. It's and it's actually a much more grandiose credits than Infinity Wars, which was really somber and completely blacked out. But yeah, this movie was fantastic, man. It was great. I absolutely love Endgame, and sure there's some plot holes like um what else what was it? Wait, what plot holes were there in the movie? I can remember. Well, one of them was like old Cap. Yeah, also that was great. That was a great scene. Um, that was an amazing scene as well. Old Cap passing down the torch to um, the Falcon, which was pretty cool. Um, it would have been cool if it was Bucky, but I mostly prefer Falcon more as Captain America after Steve Rogers than Bucky. But that was uh, that was really awesome. Um, also the fact that um, Steve finally got his dance after what 70 no yeah no probably yeah 70 years 100 years maybe I don't know but a lot of years that's a lot of years but he finally went back to Peggy to live a normal life and now he's an old man he's he's kind of gone as well so yeah the OG6 are all kind of gone except like Hulk Thor and who else and Hawkeye but yeah they're all gone besides them but yeah um the acting was great. The humor was great. Uh, it was kind of too much in some places, and in some bits it should have been um, focused a little bit more on the more serious things, like just focusing on. They should have focused a little bit more on like people being being desperate that like they'd lost like half of the universe. They didn't focus too much on that, and I feel like they should have focused a little bit more on that. But they didn't really have time in a 3 hour movie, so that kind of makes sense. But yeah, it just it definitely would have made the movie a little bit more impactful. Okay, guys, I'm back. I was AFK for a while, but yeah. Um. So yeah, that was it for my in-game podcast review. Um. Me and Fet's AFK right now, but I might end the stream earlier because I want to go to bed. It's pretty late, and yeah, but I love this movie, and I think it's I don't know. I'm really torn. I think I would give this movie a full 10 out of 10, but I think I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10 because there's definitely some minor problems with the movie. The humor is kind of overdone in some bits, like in the like between the first and second act, when things should be more serious. Uh, what else? The have the universe thing wasn't really um, expanded upon too much. They didn't really show like the consequences. Like sure they showed like different people grieving and stuff, but they didn't really show like major consequences of like what the and they also didn't show like what happened in like on like other planets, and I felt like they kind of should have done that with I don't know, but like what other planets could they have like um done that? I don't know. Yeah, actually, no. Scratch that. That probably would have been kind of weird. Um, but yeah. Um, yeah. I think I'd give this movie a. Yeah, we'll definitely do more podcasts. But yeah. I'm definitely giving this movie a 9.5 out of 10. Definitely. Uh, really great movie. A masterpiece, close to being perfect, really close to being perfect. But yeah, there's some bits, some problems here and there, not too big, just minor here and there, but they all add up and they just drop down the score a little bit, just a little tiny bit for me. But yeah, this movie is really great. Definitely right now it's my favorite movie of all time. It's uh, definitely uh, my favorite movie of all time right now. With of course with Avengers one, just as I said at the beginning of the review podcast, and yeah. Okay, so yeah, this was it. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to leave this a huge thumbs up, and also subscribe for more Marvel videos and discussions and live streams and podcasts and stuff. And let me know if you guys want to see more podcasts. If you would love more movie reviews, I'd love to do a lot more reviews. I love to do game reviews, and yeah, I'd love to keep on doing this kind of stuff. It's been really fun, just laying down my thoughts about the movie, about Endgame, and about everything. I've wanted to let you guys know what I think about the movie, um, and just tell you guys. Oh yeah, and of course, subscribe to HTS as well to me if it. Um, Definitely. And yeah, this was it for today's live stream, for today's stream and podcast. The very first podcast on the channel. It hasn't been that great. I'm gonna be honest. We kind of rambled. We kind of rambled a little bit, but yeah, we didn't really want to have a script for this one. We wanted to be just straight honest, just say our just um fresh opinions, I guess, about the movie. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one. So, bye, guys.